Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. So a lot of people were telling me and not actually recommending me to install SteamOS on the LegionGo. From my side, of course, I did the complete opposite. It's not the first time that I am installing it. I had a couple of issues before with the version 3.7.5, but if, for example, if we go to this version, which is basically the beta version for our LegionGo, you'll see that you have the 3.8, which is at the moment the build I'm using, and I have set the Steam clients update channel to stable and the OS update channel to stable, because like I told you before, there was an update done and actually the upgrade was going back from 3.8.0 to the 3.7.5, which of course it was not really ideal for that. As you can see, there is some updates that the Steam Deck is doing automatically. In this case, we have an update basically from the 20th of May, which is right today, and it says we have just shipped an update Steam Deck client to the stable channel, and this is of course all the things that have been changed. I will not do this now for the purpose of tutorial, not tutorial, but mostly a conversation between me and you. I just wanted to show you and provide you actually my honest opinion on the LegionGo with SteamOS. So this is, as you can see, is the LegionGo OG, like everybody call it this way, and this is related to the one with the version with the Z1 Extreme, the processor, the CPU. So to be honest, yeah, so we start from the beginning. Classic, you have the classic menu with the battery percentage, 24 hours clock. Since I'm in Europe, of course, I mostly like to use the European time, not mostly the US. From the system wise, I have to be honest, SteamOS, it's very nicely made, so it's very clear on everything what you want to do. I will not go so much in deep on this video, however, I simply wanted to show you a little bit what it's about. I don't know if the 144 Hz will be rendering very well on the video. I will check later on once it's going to render. So you can see here you have the AMD Ryzen Z1 Extreme. What I found it a little bit not weird, but actually not really compatible is mostly like the GPU, because it says here that we have AMD Radeon V, which is actually not. We should have, if I'm not wrong, I don't remember right now the name of the GPU. However, of course, it's not this one, especially not the VRAM size is 10 gigabyte. Absolutely not. The LegionGo has max 8 gigabyte of RAM. But beside of that, everything actually works very well. You can do a RAM storage maintenance, so you can do a lot of stuff on the SteamOS. You can have a security, of course, and so on. The notification set the way you want. On the display side, I have to be honest, I found it really interesting the fact that you can also enable the night mode, or also you can use the native game resolution. You can use the native one, or also you can use the color, the native color temperature related to the display. So I don't know if I change it, you see that you will hopefully you will see in the video, but that simply the native color, I like it actually even more. I set the video to full HD because even if the CPU and the GPU are quite powerful for this device, I still think that is the best way possible. You get the best performance out of that if you are putting them on full HD. But and so on. What is a little bit what I don't like, to be honest, is related to the output device, because you have some external one, but I'm not using it. I'm using, of course, the family one, which is the default, and as you can see, it's on maximum, and you know the audio is not really the best. This is always a downside on the LegionGo. Bluetooth controller, I'm using the Steam controller, however I had to install HandheldGaming, which is related to enable all the input, also with the Legion R and the Legion R and the Legion L button, which in this case have been remapped for the quick settings, which you can also see. Of course, I have installed a couple of plugins and so on. and on this side it's related to mostly the menu. So I was remapping it. I mean, it's mostly automatic if you follow what the tutorial on HandheldGaming says. However, of course, I was also having a little look. This button here from my side is broken. Unfortunately, it was falling. What I did was basically that while I'm in game, I have simply remapped a button with the button here behind, which is the mouse tree, and now this is emulating basically the RB, the button for the LegionGo. So in general, performance-wise, I have to be honest, it's quite powerful. Before, since I had Windows, I have to be honest, I think the device got around 25 to 30% more of performance. I mean, I don't have a real estimate, but I can tell you that it completely changed it. I don't know, I am able to run games like I don't know, I have this one installed, I don't know, Oblivion, full HD. Okay, the detail, the graphic is on medium, of course, but on medium, full HD with, of course, the AMD FSR on, I'm able to do, let's say, 40 to 45, if not 50 FPS, which at the end is my target. Same story, I can play, I don't know, Dragon's Dogma 2, very heavy CPU game, but at the same time I'm actually really happy with the performance. I don't know, anything else? Dragon Age the Veilguard, same story, it really runs very smooth. What I really like as well is that I was a bit having doubts in the beginning to install Linux and LegionGo, because I was thinking that you could not basically install the other launchers, I don't know, like Rockstar Games or Ubisoft. But as you can see here, I have done some shortcut to my Steam Deck or to the LegionGo deck, and you have Ubisoft Connect, you have Rockstar Games, and so on. And actually, if you put Proton on experimental, basically you will be able to play the game like it will be running in Windows. So very smooth experience in this case, and I'm actually really happy about. You can see you have really everything. You have GOG, GOG, so Epic, EA Games, even if I'm not using it, Battle.net, Rockstar, Ubisoft. You have really everything what you need. There is also a little nice app that allows you to go to desktop without actually going on desktop mode. You have two ways: or you switch to desktop from here, or you go from desktop here. I suggest you this one because it's much faster. It does not require to log out from SteamOS in a way. Performance wise, I have to be honest, if I click on my quick settings, I go to simple Decky TDP. I have added the TDP on 30 watt and with a maximum TDP of 40. In the range is mostly is using around 20 to 25 TDP watts, because there is, let's say that the system is not yet 100% compatible with what Steam Deck does. So the LegionGo on this case is a little bit penalized. However, what you can do is I have set it up the TDP at 30 watt, GPU mode balance, minimum or the maximum 12, and the maximum TDP at 40. Enable TDP controls, GPU controls as well. I disable the manual CPU controls, and I, of course, on the other side, I have automatic GPU management enabled. So I have a couple of settings where here you can simply customize it. I will not lose so much time on that. A good thing, to be honest, is that it's still working because the settings are on the BIOS. It's working that you can change your TDP, on this case here, on the light, just here. With pressing the Legion L button and Y, Y for you, you'll be able to change from custom to performance to quiet mode and to balance mode. So in the worst case, you can always change it and your LegionGo runs very smoothly. For the rest, I have to be honest, I have not had any crashes at all. Steam Deck is also providing you a really good opportunity to also see which one are verified games for Steam Deck, so which are running very well. On this one, I have to be honest, I'm not that happy because Dragon Age, for example, the Veilguard, I need to set it up a few compromise for that, because it says verified for LegionGo, but actually I have to be honest, it doesn't. So yes, you have a lot of games that you can simply install and they're already verified. However, I always just suggest you to take your time, have a couple of experiments done with protons, with drivers, with the settings of the games, because you can get much more also for games that are not verified or that they are verified, to be honest. For the rest, on the battery wise, I've seen that the battery is let's say lasting a little longer than in Windows, which is always good. SteamOS also takes much less gigabyte in terms of space from Windows. So overall, the experience is great. Thanks also to Dekiloader, which is the plugin to let you install other plugins like Simple Deck 8P. The Fantastic is, for example, a very good plugin for fan customization and so on. So you have really a lot of plugins to enhance your experience with SteamOS, and that's why I say overall, since when I since when I installed SteamOS, I have to be honest, I don't think I will ever go back to Windows, because it's I think the Valve has done really a great job, and it works very well on the LegionGo. Not yet the best one, not fully compatible with everything. However, with a few compromise, and if you can spend 5 minutes more on settings, the LegionGo is a must with SteamOS. So overall, I suggest to everyone, if you have a moment of time and you want, of course, to try this out, it's really worth if you're able to set it properly. And yeah, that's it. Then thank you for watching, of course, and see you next video.